Hi, this is Daniel Hutchins, and today I wanted to show you my third stack of comic books I had brought to college. Okay, so we have Marvel Now All New X-Men. This is a really cool one because it has X-Men and it has the Avengers. Next up we have Batman Dark Knight Triumphant, second print. Now this Batman story I might have only read like twice, but it's a really old Batman story, but yet it's very good. So if you're a Batman fan, I recommend this. Next we got Marvel Now Avengers number 25. As you can tell, it has the original Avengers on there. You have Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, and Wasp. Now, those are, if you think about it, the original members of the Avengers way back when, so yeah, so onward. I have the Avengers Marvel Now number 26. This one's really cool. They're fighting AIM, those guys in the yellow mask, or Agents of AIM, so it's pretty cool. And I got Amazing Spider-Man Unlimited number 1. Oh, this one's a really cool one. I read twice, but it's really cool because it has Spider-Man, it has Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, Spider-Woman, and all the different Spider-Mans. So it's kinda goes like Spider-Verse, but not entirely like Spider-Verse. But this is a very good Spider-Man story I like. And then we got a really old one. We got the Avengers and Defenders number 16. Now this one's really cool because, as you can notice, it switches covers. So this one's a really cool one. So yeah, this is kind of like the first type of comic book I've ever got that has, it switches screens. That's kind of cool. So you see Captain America for one instant, and then you see Luke Cage for another. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, we got Avengers Rogue Planet number 1. This is really cool. I read this and I really loved this one. This one was really good. A really good one by Marvel Now. So yeah. We got Daredevil the Man Without Fear number 96. It's a really cool one I got from my dad. Now my dad, he was a huge Daredevil fan, so I'm kind of lucky that he gave me some of his Daredevil comics before he passed away. So yeah, anyways, Daredevil the Man Without Fear number 101. That's pretty cool. Now, if you guys have any questions regarding to if I've ever seen the Daredevil TV show on Netflix, well, to tell you the truth, I've only maybe watched maybe just a few episodes, but then my dad didn't let me watch the rest of it because the TV show on Netflix, it was a little bit dark, so he was kind of worried about me in a way, but I understand. Anyways, sorry if I'm getting off topic. I have one more Daredevil here. I have Daredevil the Man Without Fear number 102. That one's a really cool one. Now we're going back to Spider-Man again. We got the Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Marvel Now. This one's a really cool one. You guys probably have seen this one. So yeah, this is Spider-Man that's got recently rebooted like a couple of years ago. So that's pretty cool. These comics I'm about to show you or some X-Men comics I got from this one girl who I knew back at a job I used to work at. So yeah, I have the Astonishing X-Men. The Astonishing X-Men number 24. Now, if you guys ever read the Astonishing X-Men is a very, 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 very good X-Men series, and I would recommend you guys, if you got the chance, read Astonishing X-Men. Another Astonishing X-Men, I got the first issue of Astonishing X-Men with Wolverine's claw. It's pretty cool. And I got the Astonishing X-Men number 2. It has Emma Frost and Cyclops. It's pretty cool. Yep. And we're switching gears again. We got Spider-Man Venom Lethal Protector. Venom Lethal Protector number 2, part 2 of 6. Now, Venom Lethal Protector was really, 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 really big in the 90s, especially because it's one of the greatest Venom stories ever told in Marvel. And also, just a few years back, there was a movie about Venom. And if you guys watched the Venom movie and you read Venom Lethal Protector right around that time, the comic book stores had something special where they had special Venom comic books. Anyways, I have some more Venom to show you. So I have Venom Lethal Protector Part 1. I think I might have like 2 or 3 of these back home, but this is just one of the many that I have. And we got some Amazing Spider-Man coming up. Some Amazing Spider-Man that I got from my dad. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man number 180, and it has the Green Goblin. Now this is a really, really good one. And we got another Spider-Man of Green Goblin. We got the Amazing Spider-Man number 179. Now that's pretty cool. And we got a really special one. We got the super-sized 30th anniversary issue, The Amazing Spider-Man number 365. Now this is a really, really, really cool cover. This is another one I got from my dad. It's really, really cool though. It's a really good Spider-Man story. Then we got the Venom Lethal Protector number 4. This is a good one. Then we got Venom Lethal Protector number 3. That's kind of cool. And we got one of my favorite Avengers graphic novels I've ever had, which is the Marvel Now Avengers World. Now I think I have like another one of these back home, but this is one of my favorite Avengers storylines by Marvel Now. And as you can tell, it's a paperback graphic novel, so it's in really nice shape, so I'm pretty proud of that. Anyways, we got more Spider-Man. We got Spider-Man guest starring The Punisher, Vengeance Part 1. This is Spider-Man number 32. That's pretty cool. Now, there's been many times where Punisher has crossed paths with Spider-Man. Especially if you watch the 1990s Spider-Man TV show, the animated series. There was a time where I think Punisher might have guest starred in one of those. So I thought that was kind of cool. So we have some more Spider-Man. We have Spider-Man number 44. This one's a cool one. It has him swinging, and it has a moon. It's pretty cool. And we have the Spectacular Spider-Man number 170, The Avengers versus the Outlaws. Now the Outlaws, they were just, just the villain group that had like, a bunch of Spider-Man villains and such. So, here it is. It's kind of cool. Spectacular Spider-Man was also a really, really good Spider-Man series back then. So, if you guys have any comments about the Spectacular Spider-Man, you can drop that down in the comment box if you get the chance. Got another Spectacular Spider-Man. I got Spectacular Spider-Man also with the Avengers, and it's Spectacular Spider-Man number 168. Oh, that's a really cool one. Because you see She-Hulk flying in the air, and she's like falling back. I think that's pretty cool. And we got another Avengers. We got the Avengers versus the Tetrarchs of Entropy. Avengers number 330. Oh, this one's a really cool one too. Now we have something that's kind of just random. I have Free Comic Book Day 2014 Overstreet's Comic Book Marketplace. Now I'm sure if you are a Free Comic Book Day collector, you probably might have this already. And I have, again, like you've probably seen in one of my other comic book from college videos, I have Harley Quinn Day. It's when Harley Quinn tries to, take over Batman Day. It was just happened like a few years ago, actually. Yep, so here it is. Now this is a very, very special Superman story I have. This is Superman Action Comics number 1000. Now, this cost me a good bit, but I read it over and over again, and I love the art in this. This is like amazing. And that's a variant cover of Superman and the Daily Planet and stuff like that. So it's pretty awesome. And we got another Batman Day, Harley Quinn Day comic. DC Universe Rebirth. There you go. She's on the back of Joker, so it's kind of cool. Then I have another one that's, actually, it's a Star Wars Reads. Free previews. As you can tell, before I show it to you, it's kind of a little bit used. As you can tell, the color in the corner. So, yeah. Then I got another DC Superhero Girls. Like I said in one of my other videos, I knew I was going to have another one. So here you go. And I have another one of... Actually, I have another Marvel Legacy Spotlight of the Return of Jean Grey. Phoenix Resurrection 1. It's pretty cool. Then we have Halloween Comic Fest, Chillin's Adventures of Sabrina. Now, Sabrina is a character that's done by the same makers that make the Archie comics. But this is Chillin' Adventures of Sabrina Season 2. That is pretty cool. I think that's her father in the background. And you got Marvel Legacy Spotlight, Mayor Fisk, Part 1 Daredevil. It's pretty cool. Yep. And we got Free Comic Book Day, The Amazing Spider-Man. And it's pretty cool. I like this one. This is one of my favorite Amazing Spider-Mans over the last few years for Free Comic Book Day. And we got another Free Comic Book Day. We got Free Comic Book Day, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers, plus Captain America by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Kind of cool. Yep. And we got another Free Comic Book Day. We got Free Comic Book Day, Star Wars Adventures. Now, this is probably the only Star Wars Adventures that I have in my collection. But yeah, Star Wars Adventures is basically just, a Star Wars comic just for children. But yeah, as you can tell, I guess I collect Star Wars comics too. So it's just kind of just cool though. But anyway, we got Free Comic Book Day Bongo Comics Free for All. This is really cool. This is when they or in the mine shaft, they're riding in a mine car, and there's comic books, and the comic book guy's going, ah! You know, it's so cool. So, and I like that. And we got Riverdale. This is Riverdale Free Comic Book Day. This, I think, was the second one they did for Free Comic Book Day. This is Riverdale. Now, actually, if you had questions about Riverdale, I actually never seen the TV show, but I want to someday, so... but I just don't have the chance. I have another Riverdale Free Comic Book Day. I really like this one, though. This one's really cool. I like the colors on the front. Then we got Archie Free Comic Book Day. Yep. Then we got Halloween Comic Fest, Thor, Road to the War of the Realms. Well, this is... Now, if you guys know what the War of the Realms is, the War of the Realms is the big Marvel event that's happening right now for 2019. But this, right, Thor Road to the War of the Realms, is just, you know, a prelude. It's just, you know, going before. Then we have Halloween Comic Fest Jughead, The Hunger. Yeah, so that's just another comic done by Archie's Comics. Then we got Spider-Geddon, #1. I was really excited when I heard about Spider-Geddon. Spider-Geddon was like Spider-Verse, but it was like continued. And I thought, when I first found out about that last year, I thought that was really, really cool. Then we got Heroes in Crisis #1. Now, I read this like maybe twice, and it's kind of a little bit twisted, but then at the same time, it's in the name, so, you know, it's, you know, I thought this one's just okay, though. Then we have the Man of Steel #2. This is really cool because this is when they relaunched Superman last year. This is pretty cool. And it had this cover has his adoptive parents on the front. It's pretty cool. Then we got the Man of Steel #3, the Maniac Who Killed Krypton. Now, if you guys know who the Maniac Who Killed Krypton is, you can also drop that down in the comment box if you happen to know. So there you go. Then we got, this is an interesting one, Black Panther versus Deadpool #1. Yeah, this is a kind of interesting one. I don't read that much Deadpool, but I still thought it was kind of cool how he was, you know, had Black Panther. So, heck, it was only $4. And I do have to say this story is a little bit graphic, but it's really, really good. Then we have Spider-Geddon Spider-Force #1. Oh, this is really cool. This has the Scarlet Spider on the front. It's kind of cool. Yeah. It's really cool. Then we got Spider-Geddon #2. It's kind of awesome. Then we got the Fall 28 preview of Bloodshot, Rising Spirit. Now, I actually do read Valiant comics, but I kind of just, you know, read them just kind of every once in a while, but I stick to my Marvel and my DCs. So, then we got True Believers Venom Flashpoint. This is a really cool one. That's a really cool one. Then we got True Believers Venom vs. Spider-Man. Now this is a really cool one. Yeah, it's the black suit Spider-Man. It's kind of awesome. I love the black suit Spider-Man. Especially in Spider-Man 3. I love the black suit Spider-Man 3. It was awesome. Then we switching gears again. We got Free Comic Book Day, The Loud House. I actually watched The Loud House a few times on Nickelodeon. I must say the animation in it is actually pretty good. Knowing that, you know, even though it's a kid cartoon, but yeah, it's still good. Now these are some interesting ones I'm getting to the bottom with. Free Comic Book Day, Scott Westerfield, Spill Night. Now I've never heard of this one. I only read it once, but my one friend from back home, my computer guy friend, he got me a bunch of extra free comic books. This just happens to be one of them. Then we got Free Comic Book Day, Attack on Titan. It's kind of cool. Well, as you can tell, you kind of see the front cover is a little bit folded, but then again, you know, it's alright. Now, Attack on Titan, you know, is definitely an anime series you should definitely read. So then we have some really weird ones on the bottom. We have Free Comic Book Day, Luke Pearson, Hilda. Again, I read this only once. I kind of didn't like it, but it was okay. Then we got Nickelodeon Free Comic Book Day, Sanjay and Craig, plus Harvey Beaks. Also, I read this one once. I didn't particularly like it, but it was alright. Now we're getting to something kind of like. Now we got Free Comic Book Day, Exo Manowar, featuring Bloodshot Salvation. I do really love the Exo Manowar by Valiant because actually I have a great deal of Exo Manowars in my collection. In one of my boxes back home, I have a bunch of Exo Manowars, and I enjoy reading them. They're kind of cool. Then we got another Doctor Who. I showed you guys some Doctor Who comic books in one of my other videos, but this just happens to be another one I had a repeat of. Free Comic Book Day, Doctor Who 2017, 4 Doctors. Yep. And we're getting to the last few. We got Free Comic Book Day, Suicide Squad #1. All Free Comic Book Day collectors should probably have this one. It's in promoting for the same year as the Suicide Squad movie. And it has Harley Quinn. Kind of cool. Then we get down to one of my favorites that I read over and over again. Captain America #23, Cat Behind Bars. This was a really good one that I read a lot, and I really like it. So, anyways, well, guys, I just hope you enjoyed looking at my comic books that I showed you guys. So, if you get a chance, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.